We're following new developments. The Senate has defeated Democrats' second effort to try to block President Trump from ramping up the intensifying war with Iran. The final vote, 47 to 53. Senator Rand Paul was the sole Republican who broke ranks to vote for the War Powers Resolution, while Senator John Fetterman was the only Democrat to oppose it. Let's discuss this and more with Democratic Senator Tammy Duckworth of Illinois. She's a key member of the Foreign Affairs and the Senate Armed Services Committee. Senator, thanks so much for joining us. I know that you and a group of 5 other Democrats have repeatedly put up measures to try to end this U.S. military involvement in Iran. What's your reaction to this latest effort failing yet again?
Well, we're going to keep trying, Wolf, because I am still waiting for my Republican colleagues to step up and stop enabling President Trump and his war of choice in Iran. I filed a similar motion myself. Last night was Senator Booker's motion. I filed one as well, and we're going to keep using the tools available to us in the United States Senate to make sure that the administration comes to the Congress and explain to us why this war was needed, what their plans are, and what the next steps are, and what is the off-ramp. I mean, our men and women in uniform deserve no less from their civilian leadership.
According to this vote, as you know, Republicans seem to be mostly united, almost all united, on Trump's power to wage war. What are you hearing from them in private?
Well, I'm not hearing from them. That's part of the problem, is that they're hiding. They know that this vote to continue to allow Trump to do what he's doing is absolutely illegal. I mean, you know, it's what he's doing is illegal. Our Constitution is very, very clear. Only Congress has the power entrusted by the American people to decide to take the nation to war. And Trump has not come forward with any justification for this. And if you listen to him from morning to afternoon, his reasons for bombing Iran and getting us into yet another forever war changes. First, it was, you know, what the imminent danger was that they were going to hit us with ballistic missiles. Oh, wait, they don't have long-range ballistic missiles. Oh, they were going to develop a nuclear weapon. Oh, wait, we annihilated their nuclear weapon capabilities with Operation Midnight Hammer. Oh, it's for regime change. Oh, well, now we've replaced the Ayatollah with his son, who's an even worse dictator than his father ever was. So what exactly are we doing there? Come to Congress, explain to us, and we'll have that debate, and then we'll cast that vote. Again, our men and women who are in harm's way right now, they would do their jobs. Our military is the most professional, the most mighty on the face of the earth, but they deserve real thought, real planning when we send them to carry out the mission of protecting and defending America. And frankly, Trump's war of choice has not made Americans safer. It's made life harder for the average American family, and it's made it more dangerous for Americans around the world.
And amidst all of this, Senator, Reuters is now reporting that the Trump administration is considering sending thousands more troops to the Middle East. Where do you think this war is headed?
I think it's headed to having boots on the ground. I think that's where Donald Trump is going. I don't think he, again, has a coherent plan. He claims to have been surprised that the Iranians would strike back against our allies in the Middle East. He claims to be surprised that they would attack the commercial shipping in the Straits of Hormuz. Well, you know, a first-year ROTC student in his freshman year of college would be able to tell you, if you gave him this scenario, that's the first thing the Iranians were going to do, and yet the president hasn't figured this out. And in fact, you know, his counterintelligence, counterterrorism leadership quit over this, as they said there was no imminent threat.
And as you know, the administration is thinking of asking Congress to approve another few $100 million to support this war, to support the troops. Will you vote for that legislation?
Well, it's $200 billion, Wolf. I may not have heard you correctly.
Yeah, you're right, $200 billion.
Yeah, $200 billion. They didn't even ask that for the war in Iraq, as Senator Gallego rightly pointed out last night. No, I'm not going to vote for that. Here's the thing. When you vote for a supplemental like that, you're basically authorizing the war. And I'm not authorizing this war until the Trump administration comes to us and explains to the American people, because that's who I am. I represent the American people. He needs to explain to the American people what the justification is, what his plan is, and when are we going to get out of this war? Because the American people do not want yet another forever war. Trump ran for the presidency on the promise that no more forever wars, and he's going to bring down prices. Well, guess what? He's put prices through the roof for the average American consumer. 13 American heroes are now dead, and we have more harm in the Middle East, more threats to America's national security. He needs to come to us. I'm not voting for anything like that until they justify this war.
Senator Tammy Duckworth, thanks so much for joining us.
I'm actually going to jump in right now and just quickly ask you, Senator, as you may know, the nephew of one of our senior producers here, Jimmy Gracie, is missing in Barcelona, and he is from Chicago, your home state. I'm wondering if you are in touch with investigators in Spain, if you've been getting any updates on the investigation and what the latest is.
I've not received any recent updates. I'm so sorry, but we will be staying in touch and keeping our eyes on this investigation as it moves forward.
Okay.
And we'll speak with his aunt. That's coming up here in the Situation Room as well. Senator Duckworth, thanks so much. Thanks for your service. We always appreciate you joining us in the Situation Room.